Ruby Soho made her debut for All Elite Wrestling on Sunday, winning the Women's Casino Battle Royale at AEW 21 at All Out 2021. The former Ruby Riott is, in securing her victory, has also earned a title shot at Britt Baker's AEW Women's World title. Fightful Select has now learned more details on how Soho's signing happened. According to the report, there was an immediate interest in booking Soho by multiple promotions following her release from WWE in early June, but these individuals were informed that she was not looking to take any bookings. It was then assumed by bookers that she had agreed to join AEW, who had expressed interest in bringing her in. It was also reported that a number of people within All Elite Wrestling pushed for the promotion to sign Soho once she became available. Soho's kind nature in WWE has actually made her a fan of backstage at all promotions, and it's also said that people in WWE were still happy, were very happy, in fact, and over the moon was the quote from the Fightful Select report, that she had secured a new home in AEW. People are very happy for Ruby Soho. Go watch the moment when she came out. It was amazing. Great pop. One of the biggest pops of the night. And honestly, it was one of those moments that had you smiling. Like, you could not help but smile. Because it's a perfect fit. Ruby Soho in AEW is a perfect fit because, if we're being quite honest, she never really fit the WWE mold. And I don't think she fit Vince McMahon's mold. But she is perfect for AEW because she's over. She's over. She can work. That's not even, boom, non-factor. All of that stuff. She's great in the ring. She can cut a promo if she's ever has a mic in front of her, which they never really did in WWE. But there's a lot to build on. And even WWE, to an extent, recognized it. They made an entire stable and named it after her. The Riot Squad. They named it after her. She was a leader. So there was even a lot there. They just never utilized her to the extent they probably should have. But Ruby Soho in AEW makes a lot of sense. I think her versus Britt Baker is going to be very compelling. She comes in and she's automatically a superstar. She comes in, she's automatically a top-notch wrestler in a top-notch feud. She has a lot of hype about her. Her music, the name, big thank you to Lars for that. There's Lars Fredrickson. The big thank you to him for that. So there's a lot to like, and the fans want to like her. And like I said, this is something that they put in a situation. It's so simple. Over person comes in, wins the Battle Royal, has a number one contenders match, and just book a feud. Book a feud over the title. It's so simple, and it'll work. And, Ruby Soho, she's also, again, she has that very, very appealing, she's very appealing to a lot of people, and a lot of people who honestly aren't looking for, WWE divas or that type of mold that Vince honestly caters after. It's a more alternative feel, and it's cool. She's cool. And it's a very similar way that Darby Allin is cool by just being Darby Allin. So as far as where she goes, though, with this whole Ruby versus Britt Baker, was it right for them to have this feud immediately? I think so. Because it puts Ruby Soho in the title picture right out of the gate, and it makes her a big deal, puts an emphasis on her. People are going to be like, huh, man, Ruby Riott. Oh, she's Ruby Soho now? Okay, cool. They go check her out. They go check out what's going on in AEW. It's like, oh, who's she fighting? Britt Baker. Oh, damn, Britt Baker's talented. And then Britt Baker gets over with the fans. So it's simple and effective. And I think the whole question is, in this feud, does she actually have a chance to beat Britt Baker? Conventional wisdom would tell you no, right? Conventional wisdom would tell you that Britt Baker is probably going to hold on to the AEW Women's World title for maybe even the next year. But honestly, one thing that we've learned from AEW, to quote Sting from WCW, is the only thing that's for sure is that nothing's for sure. Because AEW has such an effective and such a profound way of swerving you in a good way that makes sense, that you're just like, oh my God, that is so cool. Because I could see Ruby Soho. I could see her winning. I could see her winning in Queens at the September 22nd show, which I'm assuming is when they're going to have this match. I could see her beating Britt Baker for the title. And then, maybe Britt Baker doing a screwy finish down the line and winning it back. And, people say, oh, they hot potatoed the belt. Well, I think that wouldn't be an effective use because then Ruby Soho would have a reason to keep on going and keep fighting and climb her way back into the women's world title picture. And then, then you could do your match, the Baker Thunder Rosa 3, which honestly at this point, that's a match that might not even need the title. Because the title is what you use to build up stars that you want to build up or build up your company and your brand. Britt Baker versus even Ruby Soho doesn't really need the title. It means a lot more because it has a title. But Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker for the title, you could take the title out of that and that could be a main event. And it has been a main event. It is main evented the Dynamite. So I think there's definitely a possibility that Ruby Soho just comes in there and beats Britt Baker. Would I do it? Probably not. But I wouldn't be mad. Because Britt Baker is so over. And the only question is, do you want to kind of keep on going with that for a little bit longer and ride it out? Which again, it makes sense. But I'm excited for the match because it's compelling. It is truly compelling. In the world of where kayfabe doesn't exist, for matches to be this compelling and for a matchup to be this compelling, I think is great. And it shows you that even the simplest of bookings can work. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.